is making moves, and we're 50,000 Rand to invest in a business. 13 entrepreneurs will come face to face with our panel of judges to pitch for this investment.
So what's the plan?
Your business could be in line to win this grand prize in our Money in the Bank series. Your business could be operating from home, the streets, or at a fancy office, normally from a bicycle. Oksalayo, we are looking for you. Only 4 entrepreneurs will make it to the final episode to pitch for that investment. Watch Making Moves every Monday, 2 p.m. on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure.
Your input cost here is of...
Yeah, that bag is actually quite unique in that there's a couple of various materials. For example, there's the wax leather, which is...
I hear you. Okay. I want to get to a quick answer.
To be honest with you, let me be honest.
If the money goes into the business, he's not going to have an issue selling stock.
His work speaks for itself.
He doesn't strike me as someone that's willing to negotiate and push. I don't know.
Bundu Hide is a design brand started by a young self-starter entrepreneur, Simphiwe. uSimphiwe yena ke wasungula leli business njengoba ke naye ke efuna ukuzakhela indumezulu kuona lo mkhakha lona ke wakuleli ke uma ngabe kuza kubantu ke abadesigner ke izimpahla futhi ke abakhombisa ngetalent labo kuona lo mkhakha lo. Today's episode puts a spotlight kubaningi ke abasebenza kuyona lenkundla. Lapha ke sikhuluma ngama designers nama manufacturers.
My name is Simphiwe Mbangi, founder and designer at Mbangi Manufacturing. Our company brand is called Bundu Hide, where we specialize in the manufacturing of leather luxury merchandise. What makes our product unique is that customers can have a customized item which is different to the next order.
Namhlanje ngiseMalvern lapho ke khona ngizohlangana nosomabhizinisi wethu esobe sichitha usuku naye. Lensizwa lena yona ke idayisa amabag amahle kakhulu kodwa lamabag wakhe uyadayisela lapho yena ke ehlala khona. Into engifuna ukuyazi ukuthi yena unamaphike amaso azomsiza ukuthi akwazi ukuya amakhasimende futhi yena ukuthi yena lamabag wakhe umewenza uwenza kanjani. Hlala uhleli khona sifunde kabanzi ngebhizinisi layo ke lensizwa. Lo msebenzi lona ke nothando lokwenza umsebenzi onje laqhamuka kuphi ke lona?
Uzohleka mntaka baba. Ngangidinga isikhomba se-laptop esingekho obvious. Ukuthi laptop bag. Ngathi mangibuka kuma store shelves kwakugcwele nje ama brands njengawazi. Ngazibuza ukuthi indaba la eNingizimu Afrika angekho ama local brands on commercial store shelves. Ngabe sengiqala lapho ku investigator ukuthi okay ngabe khona mhlawumbe imarket ethize for ama leather bags which fits i-lifestyle engiyiphilayo ngoba ngifuna ukuthi ngibe smart ngibe muhle nje mangiphethe isikhwama sami kodwa ngabe obvious ukuthi laptop bag uyakubona lokho kwaqala lapho ke yahamba lapha ipassion ke nalothando lwezinto engizenzayo
iskills aqhamuka phi kena
kusho ukuthi mfowethu ngazama mani ngangithi ngizothola umuntu ozongisiza yabo hayi ngoba vela swisani kahle yabona into mayisekhanda lakho uzama ukuyinikeza umunye umuntu ukuthi akwenzele ayiphumi kahle nje ngendlela efuna ngakhona nga decide lapho ukuthi you know what ukuze ngiyithole into engifunayo ngidamane ngizibambele ilapho ke unyaka nje ngiyacabanga nje kwaba unyaka ngathenga umshini kwaba khona nje umathungane nje ozongikhombisa ukuthi no lokho kwenza lokho bizwa
bakhombisa nje the basic steps
bangikhombisa nje ukuthi umshini usebenza kanjani
uhamba kuleyo ndlela ukuthi usufuna uqala business lakho dinga imali
qiniseni
wadinga ini wathenga ini naleyo mali yaqhamuka kuphi
kusho ukuthi the first thing engangiyidinga nje mawufuna ukwenza ibag umshini yabo so nga investigate ukuthi umshini ngabe nguthola kwaba sekukhona indawo lana nje eJohannesburg nje anginikeza nje quotation right imshini engisebenzisayo it's a leather industrial machine yabo kusho ukuthi ayifani njengalethu ngempahla ngoba yazi isikhumba siqinile yabo sidinga umshini ozokwazi ukuthi uyenze kahle and then imali ukuthi yasukaphi in my past life ngangidayisa imoto kusho ukuthi imali engangiyisebenza ngangithatha iportion ngiyisave ngizoyisebenzisa as a seed capital kusho ukuthi mntakababa ngasitshela ukuthi what business can I start with a minimum of at least 10,000 rands
yes
kwaba yiyona ke le
umuntu kofuna ukuthenga ke impahla zakho lezo zenzayo la uyayitholephi
ama customer kwamanje sinokuhlangana nje endaweni esifana njengabo Mabonengi yabo o Newtown ngumconsult if uyathanda uyaqhamuka aze la ekhaya azohlala phansi asho ukuthi ungathanda into kanje na kanje ungakhona yini kuyenza bese ngiyavuma ke noma ngithi hayi cha ingangihlula
I was working at the potato shed in Newtown Junction with my MacBook, and Simphiwe walked in, and I noticed him because he was carrying one of the other laptop bags that he designed. And then he came over to my table, so I think he's quite keen to get out and find clients, because he said, I see you're working on it. Can I please get your input on this laptop bag that I've designed? So I had a look at it, and I liked it, but it didn't really suit my purposes. So he said, but I'm very willing to design a new laptop bag for you. So we made an appointment, met again, discussed my requirements for my laptop bags. So he came back with a design, which I liked. We agreed on a price. I found in the fabric that I liked. He came to pick up the fabric, and 3 days later, he presented me with this perfect laptop bag.
You're not sounding confident or clear or particularly knowledgeable, to be honest with you, on the distribution options and on the things that you can do with what you have.
uSimphiwe uyinsizwa yona ke ekhulile lapha eNewcastle eKwaZulu Natal weza lapha ke eGoli ngenxa yokuthi yena ke ezofuna umsebenzi ukuze akwazi ukunakela indodakazi yakhe futhi noma wakhe sibe nodlwano ndlebe noma wakhe nomalume wakhe ebelapha ke bona ke bevakashe khona ke eSoweto lapho khona basitshele kabanzi ukuthi lensizwa engumuntu onjani futhi baphinde basitshela kabanzi ukuthi ke yiziphi ke izinto ezenza uSimphiwe ukuthi yena ehleze sebenza ngokukhulu ukuzimisela.
What's that? Sengubaba manje, which is quite interesting ngoba ngubaba ngisasemncane. Ngathi nje ngangiphuma nje evarsity nje wangitshela usanele ukuthi isesothola umntwana. Back then ngangithukile, but that was a blessing in disguise because ukufika kwasine umntanami really made me number one, toughen up and really push as much as I can.
Sihlala naye kumnandi kakhulu. Uyazi mawumama umzukulu oqala ukuthi kumnandi kanjani. Uthando nje siyathanda kumnandi kakhulu ukuhlala nomntwana wakhe ngoba angeke eze azohlala ngapha uyayazi life yangapha eJohannesburg uthi njani.
Most honest, the things that we do together masibabili number one ngasho ukuthi usine isichomani thanda nje ukuchoma shem yabo. But mase kufika to shopping, she's a typical woman. Amncane ngaka. Uyabona, so uyayibona excitement yakhe mase sihamba sothenga impahla ezintsha, sothenga icathulo ezintsha. Uyabona. Khamba kaBaba wali ngisasemncane was very difficult. Yabo. Kwakunzima kakhulu futhi ngithi bengakholwa, yabo. Bengakholwa. It took a while man. Kwathatha isikhathi ukuthi ngiaccept lento le. Ubaba uqhamuka eMozambique, yabo. So uma ngiyakhumbula masangitshela ukuthi no baba kasekho. Yazi bengincane man, ngavele ngathi okay, no akunankinga. But in my mind I just kept on saying ukuthi hayi ubaba uzovela eminyango. Yabo, banamanga.
Bathandana kakhulu nobaba bakho bemthanda ngoba njengoba besihlala ngale Newcastle ukuthi ngama holidays size la. First thing ebesikayenza bekafuna ukubona ubabakhe. Kodwa ngesikhathi eshona yaba buhlungu inhliziyo yakhe kakhulu.
Mina bengimsiza ke ngokuthi ngimuphi support ngihlale nginaye whatever ngiyenzayo because ubabakhe he was a technical man. Umuntu bekasebenza ngeimoto, he was doing like auto electrician on cars. So bengimenzisa because now I learned from him. So nami ngitransferele kuye Simphiwe ngamfundisa same thing ukuthi I work on the steps of azaka babakhe.
Malume was wadlala irole yokungisupporta nje ngezinto ngisakhula kakhulu. Ngikhule nje ngiliqoka iteki. Yabona nje uma usasemfana nje the most important thing is your kicks, it's your sneakers. Yabona. Kwakumuntu nje afike nje time and time again bamba boy. Yabona. Basically ngikhulele endaweni ezimbili but most of the time ngikhulele eNewcastle. Ngazalelwa khona la eBarakwana. Sahlala isikhathi esincane nje la eSoweto sinoma kodwa uma uthe masathi sekahamba ayofundisa eNewcastle eSt Louis ngabe sengikhula khona most of the time.
Ngenkathi uSimphiwe wakhula ube umntana othulile kodwa nje responsible, very responsible ngoba ubethi noma uthola ukuthi ekseni mangimfaka ijezi esikoleni noma ngashisa kanjani uzobuya ligqokile lelo jezi angeke asalikhumule. Mawuthi kuye awukhumulanga nikishisa athi angifuni lilahleke.
Ugogo kadathunga ngiyazwela futhi nokuthi ukhokho naye kadathunga so bayajabula kakhulu ukubona ukuthi nami ngiyathunga nami kusho ukuthi into esemndenini vele.
Ngimangele sengimbona seyiphuma kuye uSimphiwe ukuthunga ukuthi kwajampa mina kwayo kuye. Uyayibona ukuthi izinto zenzeka ngendlela ezimangalisayo kodwa nje ukuthunga into yala ekhaya.
With very little cash saved while employed in sales, Simphiwe bought an industrial sewing machine. Ilapho ke khona uthando lwakhe lokuthi yena ke azenzeleke izimpahla zakhe laqala khona. Lapha ke sikhuluma ngokuthi yena wenza ubuhlalo nezikhwama ezeleda. Kodwa ukuba usomabhizinisi kunama challenges amaningi ke umuntu abhekana nawo. There's too many highs and lows. Yona ke lensizwa has come a long way kodwa. Njengamanje ke ulapha e-studio sethu uxoxisana noPepsi umtshela ukuthi imapha ama challenges abhekene nawo futhi ke bayakwazi ukuthi bona bakhulumisane ngokuthi imaphi kamasa nawo azomsiza ukuthi business lakhe lindlondlobale.
Sesifikile la making moves sine interview no Pepsi. So very interesting ngiyaqala nje ukufika la. Very nervous but very excited at the same time. Masibona ukuthi kenzakalani.
Simphiwe purchased his first sewing machine with no knowledge on how to sew. Today, he's honed his skill and manufactures beautiful bespoke leather bags and belts. The challenge is that he's still struggling to establish retail platforms that will help increase his sales. He's here to tell us a little bit more about his business. Simphiwe, welcome to Making Moves.
Hey, Pepsi.
Shapunjani uthiyaphi?
Angiphilile wena?
Ugrande.
Mnandi kakhulu.
No, take a seat.
Ngiyabonga mfowethu.
So, firstly, I must congratulate you on your products, man. You've got some beautiful, beautiful products. But your business is also at a very interesting place. Usaqala,
yes.
A few months old.
Yes.
What's the plan?
When I put Pepsi kuya phambili, I found that our challenges kwamanje is getting product to imakethe and vice versa. So demand is there, like Bonngoe. But what I've realized is that, for example, let me take a simple scenario. Customer all the way from Cape Town wants a Bundu Hide bag. It's a bit of a mission. Fortunately enough, some of them are traveling down to Johannesburg. They pay for their bag and then I make it and then they take it back home with them. So such things, if we can have a formal distribution network like Bonngoe for people who are not immediately here in Gauteng, sizokwazi ukuthi sikwazi ukusupply i-product yethu to the whole of South Africa.
Okay, so how do you know ukuthi i-demand ikhona?
Ama-request ayangena, ama-inquiries, ama-order ayangena njengoba bengiyiphethe i-bag namhlanje, of which ngizoyi-deliver namhlanje kaphona, ngizoyi-deliver namhlanje as well. So that shows me ukuthi people are liking the products that I make.
Is the challenge purely a distribution challenge? Just explain, like njengamanje, let's say in Cape Town and I want to order a bag. Tell me about that journey. So I'm assuming with a bag, I see it on social media because you've got Instagram and Facebook, etc., and you use those to market. Ne? And then I see it and I want to get it from you. What do I do then?
So what we'll normally do is communicate, you know, you like the bag that you saw, but the nice thing about the product is that it's fully bespoke. No order is the same to the next order. So you can customize it. So we'll speak about how you'd like it to have it, or how would you like the lining to look inside, and maybe also design it. But so now the challenge also, apart from just distribution, is that I'm a one-man show. So what I want to do, I think, as a growth plan for me now, if we can go sort of online and get the demand that we need, that will actually indicate that, you know, I need more manpower. Because at this moment, I'm going to buy 2 or buy 3 whereas the orders are not flowing in to actually balance it out. So that would be a challenge as well.
Okay. So, but you're saying that there is a demand. But you're saying there's insufficient demand to build capacity.
Not insufficient demand when I put Pepsi. How can I put it? Mina Jengi one-man show, I can manage. With a few slip-ups here and there where some orders fall into the next month because of delay in production. But what I'm saying is that if we can have a platform where you can see, out of the average 4 to 5 orders that I get myself, I'm getting extra 4, I'm getting extra 5. That actually says to me, you know, I need more people to work with. And then because
how are you going to achieve that?
At this moment, the end goal is to have physical retail stores. But I see one thing is to cut down on my overheads is to go online. Whereas one of the challenges as well is at the end of the month or whatever the case may be. As a business, what I want to do is get the money as soon and as quickly as possible because of operating costs. So this platform, a person will see this thing, pay. When we get the order, they'll be advised on how long it's going to take for a production. That means that we already have the money and we do the job and start deliver.
In the short term, is to go online and to fit yourself into existing distribution platforms that are online, whether it is the Takealots, the Zandos, etc., that all exist, and to fit onto there. So even if I'm a client that wants something, you just tell me, listen, we're available on Zando, we're available on Takealot, go check it out. And because when you're on those formal platforms, people are not going to be like, I'll pay you at the end of the month. It doesn't work like that. You pay, you order, and you receive the goods. You've started adding small items, toiletry bags, armor bracelet, etc. How's that working? Because those I'm assuming you've added them because they're cheaper, faster moving, quicker to make, etc. How's that working out?
It's working very well. So what I experienced in the early stages was that you get good orders, so on average 1,500, 2,000 rand, but now in between there's no money to actually run you through the week or up until you fulfill that order. Umuntu uzoyibhadala deposit, but that's only as little enough ukuthi ukwazi ukuthenga material. So I added those things because I saw ukuthi ngizokwazi ukuthi ingene leyo 250, ingene leyo 350, as well as the wristbands that we do, ingene leyo 60 rand or 100 bucks, so that we do have some money during the week.
Are those not the ones that you should be mass producing? So mhlambe for now, you say bespoke is the larger items, but the high moving items, boma toilet bag, boma wristband, etc., are those not the ones that you can take online, that you can supply to small boutiques and that kind of thing?
Because trying a bit of everything, I realized with the braided wristbands, number one, if I move 33 units, 1,000 rand lay. So how difficult is it to move an item which costs 30 rand each, as opposed to a bag cost 1,500 rand? So now my band I've realized it's 350 or 450, and plus because of the production time, it takes about 20 to 30 minutes with senzi bande, that we can focus on feeding our retailers, because that's something that moves quickly for them as well, I'd assume.
You don't think you need someone to come on board and, you know, maybe take on an investor or a partner or somebody that can help you with distribution and really building a clearer picture on the way you want to build this business? Because the product is there, but you're not sounding confident or clear or particularly knowledgeable, to be honest with you, on the distribution options and on the things that you can do with what you have. Your product is beautiful. I wish you the best of luck. I'm looking forward to hearing your pitch tomorrow. And, you know, the journey continues. So I'm going to send you on to go spend some time with a business coach. And let's see if you're able to shift some of your thinking a little bit further. Okay. All right. In order to generate daily cash flow, Simphiwe decided to add small items like bracelets into his collection. However, this has not necessarily increased his revenue by much, although he is onto something. He'll now go for a coaching session with someone who will help him develop a go-to-market strategy for his products.
My interview with Pepsi was very good. Ungikhombise kabanzi izinto ekumele ngifocus kuzo ebhizinisini lami, wangikhombisa nama-options which are available as far as ukukhula kwebusiness nokuthi siya kanjani phambili. And 70% of them are females from the past database that we've actually collected since we started.
All right, you got 2 minutes left. Move it along.
Let me be honest. I
don't know.
uSimphiwe ube nethuba lokuthi axoxisane nathi ngama-challenges yena-ke abhekene nayo ebhizinisini lakhe. Wona-ke lawo ma-challenges iwona-ke futhi amvimba ukuthi ibhizinisi lakhe lingandlondlobali. Njengamanje kuzothola ithuba lokuthi axoxisane nomqeqeshi, okuyena-ke umuntu ozomnikeza izingcebiso futhi-ke nezindlela-ke ezingamsiza ukuthi ibhizinisi lakhe likwazi ukuthi lihehe amanye amakhasimende.
Tell me, have you been through any business training, any exposure to what happens in a business, the different functions in a business?
Yes, I've attended a couple of workshops as far as training is concerned. A great platform that has really helped a lot is the Business Place, of which they've offered workshops in financial management as well as costing and exporting as well. So that has gotten me into grips into how to manage business and help me develop as an entrepreneur myself.
All right.
Yeah.
I definitely think Simphiwe's business acumen has come a long way from where he started. So you can tell that he's had a lot of areas that have burnt him, and he's paid the school fees. And what access or channels to market have you knocked on, and have you attempted to get into as a business?
Well, I used to use social media quite a bit. I also tried to get into concept stores, of which stock a number of local brands such as Bags by Propaganda. They were in Bonngoe. And also currently I'm exploring avenues of Ngibe mass producer, of which trying to find out does my product have potential to get into retail stores. The feedback has been good, but I think the problem at this moment in time is capacity, because big stores would like big orders such as 300, 500 units, of which capacity is shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He needs to scale up his business and increase the quantities that he's producing. But he can't do this without structure and managing his time. His reality is he's the only person in his business. So literally, if he doesn't manage his time well, he's not going to be able to get to the things that he needs to get to see this business growing. I think the best place for you to start is where you manage your time.
Yeah.
It's difficult to see what is worth spending time on and what's not worth spending time on when you're not planning your time at all. In other words, you're constantly in responsive mode. You're always reacting.
Yeah.
There's something that happens and then you respond to it. Versus sitting down and planning your time and planning what needs to happen so that you make sure that you see things to the end.
You can see the Masati are more responsive at this moment in time. I believe that's the contribution of Guti. I feel as if I need to clean up house, internal systems.
He needs to make sure that he covers production and manufacturing. he needs to make sure that he does sales. And without a schedule that's going to tell him when he's doing what, he's going to start a whole lot of things that are all very good and not complete them. Plan your days and therefore plan your weeks. At the beginning of your week, slot in where production will be. An important thing when you start growing your business is going to be how much time you're spending in production, because time is money. The more time your product spends in production, the more money it's spending. And if you're recovering that money through a higher sale because it's a specific good, then it's fine. But if it's a mandatory good, then you need to make sure that you're minimizing the time that you spend on it. You're not going to know how much time you spend making a bracelet versus a laptop bag if you don't sit down and plan your time. Well, after you've planned your time, there's going to be how you actually execute your weeks. So in other words, this was the plan, this is actually what happened. What went wrong? Where did I spend too much time with the client? Did I go to a sales pitch and did I not bring everything that I needed at that sales pitch, and I ended up not being convincing enough and therefore not landing the sale? When you start analyzing the plan that you have and what you actually executed, you can get exponentially better and better at what you do.
I'll try it out definitely. I'm gonna set up a 1 week or 2 week schedule, factoring any pending jobs which are currently there at the moment in time.
Should you have an investment of 50,000 Rand into your business, what would you do with it?
50,000 ngasiza kakhulu. The most important thing, I feel as if I'm on thin ice. For example, kunomshini owodwa engiwusebenzisayo, it's a flatbed. Although it does quite a decent job, there's other machineries which can do a better job, like Bonngoe. So having an extra machine, an upgraded one as well, and a power saving mode would actually help. On top of that, customers have found good, they like personalized items. So branding can work as well. So flat press, mhlampe, kwazi impose leather in your name in any specific words. I want to add that certain value to your product.
I believe that if he can do this well, and if he can carry across how he's going to grow capacity using the investment, I think he'll be able to do reasonably well.
The coaching session Okela was very eye-opening. She mentioned a couple of things with regards to my financials. But also the most important thing I mentioned was my goals that I need to set, as well as planning ahead.
Your input cost in terms of leather, how much is it for this bag?
It would run right about.
Okay, understood.
Your costs are still high if we look at your market.
Ngiyaphila futhi siphinde kwamukele lana kwa Making Moves.
Ngiyajabula mfethu.
Namhlanje ke insizwa uyazi. Zoqondana namajaji.
Hey mfethu, kwazi kanzima. Kodwa hayi sobona ukuhamba kanjani.
Uzopitcha.
Ngizopitcha.
Izolo ngikubonile uxoxa noPepsi. Waxoxa futhi nongqondo bethu makuza kweza amabhizinisi.
Yes.
Ekukuningi okuqhamukile lapha bekuphawulwa kuthiwa kumele ukunake.
Yes.
Beluqondisa igwegwe nje kwezinye indawo.
Hayi qinisile mfethu. Ngasho ukuthi nje kunama loopholes nje awuthize kumele ngiwapeshe, but nje banginikeza ulwazi oluningi nje mayelana ukuthi yini into ekumele ngiyenze ngifocus yona ngiqhubela phambili nebusiness lami.
Yebo baba. Shona khona ngensizwa.
Hayi ngishona khona mfethu.
Danke mntawa.
Bonga mina.
Sure.
Sharp.
Simphiwe, welcome back to Making Moves.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Nervous, but up to the task. Looking forward to the experience.
All right. What we're going to do is you're given 4 minutes to pitch your business. You'll be pitching to Okela, who gave you some coaching yesterday, as well as Martine on my right. Use your time wisely. After that 4 minutes, we'll have a question and answer session, after which we will deliberate and call you back in, and then we'll determine what your fate is. Are you ready to pitch?
Yes, I am.
All right, your 4 minutes starts now.
Thank you very much. Every brand has a story to tell. Mbangi Manufacturing produces leather handbags, travel bags, laptop bags, as well as leather accessories such as the belts that we make underneath our brand name, Bundu Hide. What makes Mbangi Manufacturing, or the brand, a luxury brand is that we focus on original, genuine materials, of which we use quality accessories and fittings as well. In a world where commercialization and fast fashion is a norm, producers and manufacturers often try to bring down the cost of production as low as possible in order to get their products as quickly to the market as quickly as possible to the market. This often leads to standardization as well as the products or the raw materials that they use. Sometimes it's just good enough in terms of quality. What we do at Bundu Hide is that we offer our clients genuine, original raw materials in terms of the production process, as well as our clients basically get to have an option where they can custom make their products, of which this adds value to the whole service offering that we offer. In this, we've been able to actually do some incredible and amazing designs, which is truly bespoke and custom to another order or another product from the rest. Our target market is established individuals. If they are working, they normally are earning high income salaries. As well, if they are self-employed, they're making enough money to have enough disposable income to spend on luxury goods. Our current customer clientele, basically what we've noticed is that it's 90% African black as well as 10% white. 30% of them are males and 70% of them are females from the past database that we've actually collected since we started.
All right, you got 2 minutes left. Move it along.
Other marketing opportunities, apart from retail, which we're trying to focus on, is to target small to medium clothing retail stores, such as your boutiques, luggage stores, as well as large clothing and apparel department stores for accessories such as the belts that we make, which we can make in abundance and which are quite easily and quite ineffective or cost-effective to make. We also want to focus on event management companies for corporate gifts. We currently were in a meeting with an individual who's responsible for organizing a big event that's going to happen this year, of which we want to develop a product which is uniquely African for the people who are coming from international markets to attend the event. How do we get the product to market? We want to set up an online shopping store. We believe that all of the social media, as well as media campaigns, print and verbal marketing that we do, can be channeled onto that platform. The reason why we want to do this is that there's a minimum running cost of setting up an online store. Secondly, we can reach a wider market, which is outside Gauteng, if the distribution network or the distribution channel is available from a reputable courier service. We supply on demand, meaning that we have low operational costs, meaning that we don't have to make in advance. What we can do is put up items which are easy to make and quick to move out, such as the belts, leather wristbands, the cosmetic bags, and so forth. And all of the bespoke stuff we can actually do and produce per order. Also, we want the platform to allow us to actually work with our own production capacity, meaning that we can have a threshold where basically we can say we want to accept 15 orders per month. If we reach the threshold, a customer can be directed into another platform where they can say they want to be updated as soon as production levels are good enough for them to order immediately or go into the following month as well. How we use the 50K is basically focus on machinery and assets. So currently we're just using one machine, of which if we employ 2 more individuals, we don't want to hog up the production process. So we need 2 extra machinery as well for the guys to use. We want to have a pro mega marking system, basically for personalization and embossing.
All right, sir. Our time is, or your time has come to an end. This bag here, yes, you sell for 4,500.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What your input cost in terms of leather, how much is it for this bag?
That one is actually not that much as far as the cost, because it's game hide. So I used a different type of material.
Okay, so how much does it cost you to make this bag?
It would run about rands, because the wax canvas is the more expensive thing to use.
Okay, so your total cost of production here is 100, or yes, your total cost of raw material?
Of raw materials.
Okay, so then your time, how long does it take you to make this?
I give myself an average of 0.5 days.
Half a day, 1.5 days?
1.5 days.
1.5 days.
Yes.
Okay, understood.
Your costs are still high if we look at your market. And I like what I'm seeing there. I like that you're going to build up the capital. But in terms of material, I understand that if you were to buy one roll of leather versus 10,
yes,
it would go down. But how significantly would it go down? So say from 1.6 to? Kind
of bit, because I currently buy, let's say that's soft leather. We currently buy it at 220 per decimeter. So if a height is about 4.39 meters squared, it costs around about 1,100 rands, 1,200 rands. Okay. So if that rate can drop down to at least 160, if you order 10 units, for example, that will make a huge difference as far as cost per hide, essentially. Another example that I can use, the current order that I have right now, we've had a request for 10 bags for a retailer in Midrand. So I have to do the costing by this afternoon. So for that, it would be much easier for me to do because I'd order in bulk as far as the raw materials is concerned.
Is this investment going to drop your cost of production?
I think dropping the cost of production will really be a situation where we're dealing with slightly sizable orders. For example, if we order directly from the supplier, let's say we order one hide, for example, it's at a certain rate. But if we order 10, it's at an even lower rate, of which that's where the benefits would be.
What's your biggest input cost?
My input cost is the raw materials, is the leather, it's the hide.
I heard you say that game hide is cheaper than other hides. Have you played around with different designs to see what different areas in the market you can address based on their price sensitivity and their willingness to buy a bag at a certain price?
To be honest with you, the reason why I experimented with game hide is because I love the textures. So apart from just working on a basis where customer would say, I want this bag in this material, I also want to introduce something to say that this is what we can do. That was not ordered by anyone. It's something that I wanted to just bring out as far as the skill set that we have as a brand or whatever the case may be.
Are you currently turning any business away?
Yes, I am. To be honest with you, let me be honest. If I don't employ 2 individuals in the next coming couple of months, I'm going to tag because it's causing a rift as far as service delivery. While I'm here, production is at a standstill. So what's happening is a situation where I'm going about saying, okay, if at least I have 2 extra individuals, then I'll be able to say, while I'm going to source out business or whatever the case may be, production is still happening, so it doesn't come to a standstill.
Thank you very much.
What I think about Umbuzo Yamachaj, it was very relevant. And also I think I started becoming comfortable when they started to ask questions because in Tengi Yenzai, ngiyawazi ama challenges and umbono wabo futhi was very eye-opening.
If the money goes into the business, that he's not going to have an issue selling stock.
His work speaks for itself.
Do you think siyakubona isigaba esilandelayo noma cha?
Angiprepareile kodwa mangifika lapha nje vele kushoda left, right and center.
Yeah.
He doesn't strike me as someone that's willing to negotiate and push. All right, what do you guys think?
Good pitch. When we spoke yesterday with Simphiwe, I told him to come to the pitch with a strong knowledge of his business and to have a conversation and let that conversation hold value, and I think he did that well. I'm really glad he did that.
Okay.
I think where he's pitching to use his money is quite important, and he's thought about it long and hard. So he knows that he can't do anything and everything on his own at the moment. He needs to get more resources in. And even when you made the comment about him, you know, using, maybe thinking about using it later and creating, he was so open to that. So that just shows me that he's teachable at this point, and he's really, really keen to expand the business. And the fact that he's turned business away means that people are aware of his stock and what he's able to do, and that they want it. So we know that if the money goes into the business, that he's not going to have an issue selling stock.
Good. Hey, first, ukahle?
Mfethu angikho kahle kodwa ngizoba right.
Yini into ekwenza ukuthi ungabe kahle?
Hey, I think it could have gone a bit more smoother. Hey, man, ngiprepareile kodwa mangifika lapha nje vele kushoda left, right and center.
Yeah. Bathi yonke into nje kuza sekukuningi ekhanda.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know ekugcineni sikhamba kahle masibabuza umbuzo.
Yebo baba.
Yeah.
Ngibonile nje ukukhuluma bungakaqedi kwathi isikhathi sesiphele.
Mfethu, I was very concerned about that, yabo. Yeah, kodwa ngiyajabula ngoba vele bese ngifikile kuleso state leso. At least kade babona izinto ekade kumele ngikhulume ngazo.
Yebo.
Yabo.
All right.
Without money, what would you ask him to do? You know, what are the things that he could do now without any money that would begin to make a difference to his business?
His costs are high. His input costs are high. Yes, I hear about quantities and buying bigger quantities and seeing the economies of scale on that, but his costs are high. I think a beautiful example is how he's designed this leather bag, which has material. Beautiful design, at a lower cost, just because there's less material. So I think he's a designer. It speaks. His work speaks for itself.
Uthatha ama-churches wethu mhlambe awuzwile umlayezo ubuzama ukucommunicate nabo regarding ibhizinisi lakho nokuthi imali uzoyisebenziselani uma ngabe uyithola?
Hey, angazi noma bazwile kahle na, but ngiyayichaza ibhizinisi ukuthi ikhasimende lethi ubani, yini into efuna ukuyenza ukuthi sifike kulelo khasimende lelo nendlela ehlukile futhi esifuna ibhizinisi ngakhona. But sithe masifika vele ukuthi imali sizoyisebenzisa kanjani, saphelelwa isikhathi. Kodwa ngiyathemba ukuthi babonile. Yeah.
If I was in his shoes, I would hire someone on a commission basis to say, dude, you are unemployed, you're not doing anything right now. I'll give you $50 a day just for transport in and out and to buy food, but I'll pay you a commission for every single item that we sell. Can you just stay here and make stuff? I'm going to go hit the pavement.
If we can see him somehow strategically reducing his cost with the product range that he has, I'd be happy.
Clever about the design and those types of things. And yeah, I'm just very concerned that that's brilliant, but I'm just concerned that he doesn't have the manpower at the moment. And that's very worrying for me, because he's literally doing the sales, the marketing, the manufacturing, the production, the everything. So without having a little bit of cash to put another person on a machine,
He doesn't strike me as someone that's willing to negotiate and push. I don't know. Do you think siyakubona isigaba esilandelayo noma cha?
I think I can. I think we will. I think we will.
Okay. Let's find out what my judges are. All the best insizwa.
Ngiyazibongela.
Shona khona.
Shap.
Thank you.
Simphiwe, welcome back. Scale of 1 to 10, how do you think you did?
I give myself a 5.
A 5?
Yes.
No, I think you did a bit better than that.
You reckon?
I think you came in at about a 6, 7. It was a good pitch.
Didn't feel like it for me.
Good pitch. All right, so we're going to give you feedback, some suggestions of how we think you should move forward with your business. And then we'll talk about kind of what happens with us.
Okay.
Martine, can I start with you?
Yeah. Simphiwe, again, wonderful pitch. Thank you so much. And I just want to talk to you about your e-commerce, some suggestions around the e-commerce, okay? So there's quite a few e-commerce platforms at the moment that doesn't require you to have stock on hand or to have stock in their warehouse. Essentially, what you will put on there is one, the standard stock that you can make, and then there's an ordering system, and you have a little thing that says orders will take between 2 to 4 weeks or 5 to 7 days, etc., etc. Okay, and then there are other e-commerce platforms that allows you to load what stock you have on hand at that present moment onto the site yourself, so it doesn't have to sit in their warehouse. So if, for example, you're selling that belt, you'll automatically take, and you don't have that stock anymore, you have the power to take that off the e-commerce site at that moment. So you don't, although it would help you for future to have your e-commerce site, but if you're wanting to grow your production quicker and have more liquidity in cash, that's something that you could park, because you do have e-commerce. And then also remember, these e-commerce sites already have traffic going to them as well, and you can link those sites to your social media platforms.
I would ask Martine what those e-commerce sites are as soon as we're done.
Okay.
Okay, now?
Simphiwe, I'd ask you to have a look at your input costs.
Okay.
If somebody is willing to give you a discount when something is on bulk, it means that they can afford to give it to you at a lower price. But you need to ask. So oftentimes where we falter is that we just don't ask. So I need your negotiating skills with your suppliers to get better. I need you to see if you can negotiate credit terms with your suppliers. What happens is you are taking money that's in your business and paying it out before you have it, unless you're asking for deposits, which is unlikely with your kind of product. So what you want to see happening is negotiating relationships that finance the cost of you running the business. And that'll come with consistency. So once you become a consistent customer to your suppliers, and once you have the conversation with them, and you sit down with them and you say, look, this is what I'm doing, this is where I am, this is the quality of my product. Come on, I'll get there, but just give me leeway here.
We've debated a turnaround strategy for your business. Okela's spoken to you about terms with your suppliers.
Yes.
And also better prices with your suppliers.
Yes.
I figure if you had to do like a quick turnaround plan, what you could do and hustle without money, go to your suppliers, cry, decide which products are fast movers, that you can move quickly, that you've got decent terms with the suppliers, right?
Okay.
Once you've put those two together, go and see those suppliers. Chief, please, I've got some pre-orders, no deposit, get the material, right? Then find someone who is good, knows how to use the equipment, that is sitting at home without a job. Tell them I'll pay you $30 a day just for transportation and for food. I'll pay you as I sell each item, right? So that you've got somebody else making stuff. Ne? This is all like, and then with the stuff that you've got together, I get it, you've said, this is where I've got good relationships with suppliers. This is where these are the items that sell. You've put those two together. You've decided what items. I get it.
Yeah.
You found someone, and now you put together a little portfolio with those items that you can turn quickly, and then you pound the pavement. I'm talking about like a 30-day turnaround plan, and see how much cash you can generate in that 30 days. Does that make sense?
A lot of sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are your tasks. We'll see you again in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm very excited. I'm going through to the next round. The judges have given me a couple of tasks that I need to do. I'm looking forward to those tasks because I think it's something that I really need to do, you know, to give me that push to go forward. Definitely see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks.